Thank you, National Urban League, Mark Morial, and the stellar team. So I'm going to borrow from Mark and say, as he said before, the dream team does the dream work. So this is about a recognition not for myself, but for a team. Let me tell you something. I am part of an amazing team, and that team's leader is our president, Barack Obama. If it weren't for our president, who has that vision, who believes in the importance of minority-owned firms, it would be very hard to do my job. And then those who execute his vision, as you heard from Valerie Jarrett and our Commerce Secretary, Kenny Pritzker. But I also have to say, it's the team that supports you. So the MBDA team, individuals who are in the government space, who fight for minority-owned firms from a policy perspective, from a programmatic perspective, and yes, from a budget perspective. But really, at the end of the day, as it was said in our convocation, I'm loaned for a season in this job. And that season has been wonderful because I get to represent and to advocate and to be a champion for the 8 million minority-owned firms. And did you know that between 2007 and 2012, minority-owned firms grew by 39%? African-American owned businesses, the fastest growing. That's a beautiful story. But that story also has another part. We have to make sure that our businesses are growing in size and scale. And oh, by the way, that they're diversifying. Because there's a technological tsunami coming our way. And we need to make sure that we are in the STEM entrepreneurship, that we are part of that technological and innovation-driven economy. So I have to really say that I am humbled because I am the daughter of a bodeguero, that's Spanish for a grocery store, who had the fortitude to open a store in the Bronx in the 1970s, when no one else thought about that community. And I'm sure you've seen communities that need services and products. Minority-owned firms see the possibilities where no one else can see it. But guess what? We need our banks, our financial institutions, to lend us capital. To lend us the capital to grow our businesses. We need access to contracts, both in the public sector and in the private sector. And we also need access to markets. But we need to be part of this technological revolution. And that's going to take all of us, because we create the jobs, we bring in that vitality into our communities that perhaps nobody else wants to do. So I have to congratulate the business owners that are in this room, the ones that service you, and I need champions. You have to be discerning consumers. Ask the tough question. How many minority-owned companies are in your supply chain? How many minority-owned companies are you really investing in? I need champions because this great nation, and yes, it is a great nation, the future of this great nation is going to rely on the growth in size and scale and diversification of minority-owned firms. So with that, thank you so much for this recognition. I know that I stand between you and the next events, but I'm very honored to be here. Thank you again.